So I recently just received a new GAN Pyraminx from GAN's Amazon store. Huge thanks to them for sending it to me. I'll put a link in the description. So let's just get right into a review of this puzzle. So the GAN Pyraminx is an extremely light Pyraminx, and this is really surprising to me because of the mechanism. So as you can see here, there's a magnet in there. However, there's also a magnet at the end of the edges on the torpedoes. And if you look here in the center, there's a magnet there, as well as the magnets here. So there's extra magnets, which is very atypical in a Pyraminx. So it's really shocking how light they were able to get this. So another new feature in the GAN Pyraminx is the GES system. And it also has this new tensioning system, which has been seen in some GAN 3x3s, which if you look closely, there's some numbers here. So there's 0.6, 0.8 settings, and those are the tensions. My preferred settings is blue, and I like 0.6 on the tensions. Okay, so on to the turning. So first off with the tips, they're very smooth and very fast. The magnet strength is fairly weak, but it's just noticeable enough to get a nice turn. Next, the body. So the body of the GAN is very light and very fast. Those extra magnets kind of just help keep it in place, but you can hardly notice it while turning, even though the magnets are quite strong. So the way I set my GAN up was with the blue GES nuts on 0.6 tensions, and I also put a little bit of weight 5 in there. And one major thing was I modded it very slightly, and I'll put a link to that mod in the description, made by Ghost Cuber. So that mod made the Pyraminx a lot better. It feels so much more stable now than it did out of the box. However, out of the box, it was still very good. However, this mod just like completely changed it, and it's very stable and it doesn't pop at all. So my thoughts on this Pyraminx are very positive. Anyone who wants to get faster at Pyraminx or take this event seriously should definitely pick one of these up. I've only tried the enhanced versions, and I do think that will be the best for most people because the other versions don't have those extra magnets. And I think those magnets are really needed to get the best performance out of this puzzle. So the GAN Pyraminx comes with a variety of different GES nuts. It has blue, yellow, and purple, and green. I believe purple is the loosest, and then it's blue, and then green, and then yellow. So I prefer blue. However, I've heard some fast people prefer green, and I think maybe one or two also might like yellow. So it's really up to you. I encourage everyone to try them all on all the tensions to find what they like. So comparing the GAN Pyraminx and my previous main of the Bell version 2, the GAN Pyraminx has much softer turning, while the Bell version 2 is a little bit clackier, like clunkier, which I think some people might prefer, and I do think some people will prefer the softer turning. The main thing for me is the corner cutting and the tips. So the GAN Pyraminx easily has the best corner cutting out of any Pyraminx on the market, while the Bell version 2, along with most other modern Pyraminxes, they don't have the most effortless corner cutting at times, and the GAN can also just corner cut further than the Bell version 2 and is a lot easier to corner cut with. So on to the tips. The tips of the Bell version 2, in my opinion, are more controllable, and they're just a little bit slower, which is nice because it makes it easier to just control and make sure that you made the right turn. While the GAN, the tips are quite fast sometimes. However, I also sometimes just feel like they're too slow at times at the same time. It just really depends on like where the tip is. Like I feel like the B tips are kind of slow, while the U-tips might feel a little bit fast. And I'm not sure exactly why this is. This might be from the weaker magnets and me not being used to the turning of this Pyraminx yet. But on this Pyraminx, I feel so much more comfortable with making different tip moves. And another issue I've had with this Pyraminx is sometimes I will +2 because of that tip like accidentally turning while I'm solving, while I don't have that issue with this Pyraminx. However, this is mostly just due to my turning, so I'm not sure if that will be an issue for most people. So as for which one you should buy, it's really up to your preference in what Pyraminxes you like and what you prefer in a puzzle. I would recommend, if you have the money, to go ahead and buy both of them, just because they're both really good Pyraminxes. Currently, I do think the GAN Pyraminx will be my main over the Bell version 2, and I'm not completely decided on that yet. It really just depends on doing more solves and trying out different setups.